it's Millionoia, and today I will be talking about my love for character design. So, when I do art, what I usually do is character design. I just love designing characters, specifically more based off of things you don't usually see. A lot of character designs that people do are like demons, dragons, vampires, catgirls, things like that. However, I like to look outside the box and make characters that I think are really cool and also represent my imagination. So, first, starting with myself, my design, I decided to do a land siren. I do really love regular water sirens. They have like a very like gruesome thing that they do, but I really love their dark colors and everything. But I really wanted to be like a siren of land. So like sirens, I do lure you with my voice and with my weirdness mostly. But that's the whole like premise behind her. She stays in forest, and then I lure you with my voice. The design that I decided to do definitely has a more earthy type vibe. My favorite color is brown, so I did want to add that to the design, which is why the land siren is a thing, instead of just being like a regular siren, because I really didn't want to do blues or anything like that. Purple is my second favorite color, but I just really wanted brown, so that's what I did. Um, for the like land siren aspect, she does have siren ears, but I decided to give myself antlers because I just thought that that would encapsulate the land siren better and more about how I'm like a creature of nature, more than something like else or like a creature of water only. And then for the style, I really like bohemian style. I really love loose fitting clothing. So I decided to go with something different like that. I have very much greens and browns for the hair. The yellow and blue was just to add a pop of color. There's a lot of flowers in the environment. So I definitely wanted to add like those type of like sky and sun aspects, something that would like really draw people in to look at the face, just to help with those luring tactics a bit more. But yes, and then I made myself a chibi just because it was easier for me to make a PNG tuber that way. And also, I'm still learning human anatomy and everything, so I'm not the best at like drawing characters' bodies. So it was just much easier for me to make her this way. But I really love myself. I love my design. I love the colors and everything that my channel is based off of. And I hope y'all like it too. But next is this mole design. So this is going to be full body characters now. These are some recent designs that I've done. So for the mole, my favorite animals are moles. I love them, regular moles, golden moles. They are so cute and I love them. So I decided to make a design that I feel fits a mole. So because of that, I gave her a more tomboyish design, something that would be easy to do what moles do, dig in the ground, do what they need to do. So that is why she has like the more the fitted pants around the hips and the ankles, and then the boots. It is a more baggy pant just because I felt like it would be better for her to have like easier to move in type clothing. And then her shirt is very overall esque. So it has like the overalls type design, but I wanted to put in stuff from like the environment that moles live in. So we have some purple flowers, we have some mushrooms, the worms, because moles eat worms. The honeycomb design was just to add like a nice pop of like a warm color. Bees are in the environment because they live in like more like wild type environments, with nice soil. So bees will be in that type of environment as well because there's a lot of flowers. So I decided to add that to the design, and I think it adds like a really nice pop to her design since it's a very neutral colored design. As for the gloves, I decided to do these like laced up gloves, because like moles dig all day, but also because if you look at a mole's hands, their claws and like the very tips of their fingers are like a very like tannish color, but then it goes more into their fur color, so it kind of like ombres into that. So I really wanted to add that design. Also, gloves are used when people do like gardening and stuff, so I thought that that would be a nice thing to add to the design. As for her hair, I decided to give her more short hair, easier to manage hair that wouldn't get in her way. So it's clipped out of the way with a clip. And then the braids, I wanted her to have like semi long hair, kind of like a mullet design, but instead, like the longer part is tied into braids. I'm not very good at drawing braids yet, but I decided to do that, and I think it turned out really cute. Her hair is based off of the three different colors of moles. There's the dark gray moles, lighter gray moles, and then there's golden moles. So that's what I did for that. And then moles have really bad eyesight. They have really tiny eyes, and they rely on their sense of touch more than anything. So I gave her glasses, and I made her eyes really big just to show how the glasses kind of like enlarge her eyes, and make them easier to see for people. She has blush on her face, because moles have really pink noses, so I wanted to do that. And then for her necklace, she has a little jar of dirt. So I really love this design, and I think it really shows how I view like a mole character would be. The only thing that's missing is her tail now that I'm noticing, but I can always add that later. Next, I was thinking of a design that would be like really cool. And I have plushes of plague doctors. I really love plague doctors. I love their design. I love what they did. And I just really love just how I think they just look so cool in my opinion. So I wanted to make a character that was a plague doctor, but not only a plague doctor. I also wanted her to be like a gatekeeper, that brings people with illnesses, to lands beyond. So because of that, I did give her a very covered up design because plague doctors covered all of their skin. So as you can see with this, I did go with a more brown design again. I could have gone with a more gray color scheme. However, I really kind of like how the brown contrasts against the gray mask because I feel like it really like makes the mask stand out. But I could go for like a more grayish black. It's just that usually plague doctors are like black or white, color schemed. So I wanted to do something different. And then for some reason, my bias towards brown just came out in this moment. And it went like this. But I gave her like high boots, tights of the same color. She's wearing these frilled like shorts that like go above her stomach. And then she's wearing like a turtleneck, and then like a jacket, with long sleeves and then long gloves. Her hair is tied in braids. For the gatekeeper aspect, I really like how like gatekeepers are like kind of like, I guess, stereotyped with like lanterns because they're kind of like leading you through the dark. So I decided to make the ends of her braids go into lanterns, and I really liked that. And then for her plague doctor mask, I decided to give her like a nice gray mask. The mask usually had like copper like eyes, so I added that. And then for the gatekeeper aspect, it's like usually like for some reason green is like a color that like stays with them. So I decided to give her green hair, and I really like it. I was thinking about giving her purple hair, but with all the colors and the design and everything, the green just fit really well, and I think it really helps her stand out. I also drew her without the mask. The mask is still on the side of her head. This time you can see how her braids fully look. I drew them much better than the last picture. And then you can see like the lanterns. She does have very big eyes. I kind of might have put them too close together, but I really love how she looks overall. I really wanted to do like bloomers type shorts, but like not like super short or like to look like undergarments type. So I definitely made the shorts look kind of like that with the little frills and everything. And I really like how she turns out. I think she's really cute. And I think she looks like someone that would lead people and help them very well. The last design that I have is an orchid mantis. So I was playing Marvel Rivals the other day. I posted a video about it, and I really love the character Mantis. And there's a skin that she has in Marvel Rivals that I absolutely fell in love with. It's a very floral, like base design, and I just fell in love with it, and I wanted to make my own version of a mantis. So I just like looked up mantises, and I found an orchid mantis. And if you haven't seen one before, they are very elegant looking, very beautiful. So I decided to make a character based off that. They usually do have like a more pink and white design. However, I was looking at orchids and I found like this nice like grayish pink orchid with like some orange and red, and I just thought it was so gorgeous that I was like, I can make a mantis off of this. So because of the more elegant design that the mantis has, I decided that I wanted to do like a petal skirt and have the hair be orchid petals. And then I wanted to do hair balls. I knew that from the beginning. So those are based off of like the very inner like part of the flower. So it had this like nice like more grayish pink color with a more like tannish yellow inside, and I really loved that, so I put that. This orchid is a more neutral colored with very warm colored accents orchid. I just fell in love with it. I'm not really the biggest fan of pink. I'll mention it pretty much all the time with when I'm playing something or I notice it. But when I notice a very beautiful pink, like I'll mention it. And I really love grayish pink or like more pale pinks. I just really like them. And I'm not usually like the biggest fan of red either. Like I like the color red if it's like a nice red, like the one that I used in my drawing. But I'm not like the type of person who will like go for red all the time. So for me to like be really into this type of flower color scheme was really interesting to me, and I really, really, really love how it came out. So the petal skirts just follow the petals of the orchid. The top part and the sleeves follow like the more inside of the orchid. It has like a reddish color tone to it, and then as you get farther in, it has that more orangish color that you see on the like the padding on the chest area. And then for her eye, some of these orchids have like the purple just like this on them. All of them have like the more magenta dots, but some of them have like parts of the petals that have this purple on it. So I thought it would be like a very nice pop of color to add to her eye. That way you're still drawn to her face, but it doesn't take away from the rest of her outfit. Um, and then I didn't really mean to do this, but it definitely followed the more elegant design of the orchid mantis. So she looks a lot like a dancer in my opinion, and I think that's really nice. We're gonna ignore the shoes because I don't think they look that good. But I think her overall design really encapsulates the orchid mantis, so I'm really proud of it. And I hope y'all like it as well. But making these designs makes me very happy, and I love seeing what I create, and seeing like how my friends or my family think about these designs that you wouldn't really see. If you like these designs, please like and subscribe. And if you would like to see more, I'm drawing all the time new characters just because I love it so much. I'm also learning pixel art right now, so like you'll probably see a lot of that, but I do post my art on Twitter, and I do like to post art videos like this, and I want to post more. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a great day. Bye bye.